Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight at 9. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Trent in for Thasmin Mahfouz. We're following breaking news right now at 9. D.C. police say they have arrested an 18-year-old in the shooting death of this college freshman on New Year's Day. They say they now have Jelani Cousin in custody. He's charged with second-degree murder. Police say that he shot and killed Ashley Hines at a Friendship Heights hotel while she was home on winter break. The 18-year-old's death marks the very first homicide in D.C. this year. Our
reporter Marielle Carbone joining us tonight in our newsroom. And Marielle, Ashley Hines' mother tells you her daughter was loved by so many people.
Yeah, Chris, she tells us that her daughter, who is an 18-year-old from Clinton, Maryland, was loved as a daughter, as a granddaughter, as a friend, and as a sister. Now, they also tell me that she was raised in the church, and tonight the family is leaning on their faith to help get them through this.
I spoke to her on New Year's Eve, 11:55. She called me. We stayed on the phone until around 11:59-ish. We said Happy New Year's to each other. We told each other we loved each other.
An hour later, everything changed.
I'm sad, hurt, but I got faith. So, I know God doesn't make mistakes. Whether or not we may feel like he does.
Police say 18-year-old Ashley Hines was shot and killed at the Embassy Suites Hotel on Military Road Northwest just 1 hour into the new year. A district leader says a group was gathering there for a New Year's Eve celebration. 18-year-old Jelani Cousin is now charged with second-degree murder in the young woman's death.
I know she knows God, and I know she's in a better place.
And Tiffany Faldon is Ashley's mother. She says her daughter was home for Christmas break from Louisiana State University, where she was studying sports administration when the shooting happened.
Ashley was an amazing girl. My firstborn, friendly, outgoing. Everywhere she went, she brightened up the room.
Her family coming together to cope.
And I don't wish this on anyone. Something has to be done.
She did not deserve it. Ashley she's not a party person. She loved people. She fits in everywhere she goes. But this to happen to her, we need answers. Why?
And the family just wants to see justice for Ashley. The arrest tonight, a first step in making that happen. Reporting in the newsroom tonight, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Our hearts certainly go out to that family.
Yes, what grace from that mom.
Very much so. All right, let's get a first check in the forecast now. Meteorologist Damon Matson in for the chief tonight, Janessa Webb.
And Damon, let's talk about it. It's going to be a calm stretch, but this weekend looks a little concerning.
Yeah, exactly right, guys. We're trying to enjoy this quiet weather that we have now while we have it, because we are already seeing that attention turned a little bit to the weekend, of course. Now, hey, yeah, today turned out to be a pretty fantastic second day of the year. We gained a little bit of sunshine out there, and despite having chilly high temperatures remaining mostly in the 40s, that sunshine made a difference. Definitely helped to brighten things up, to say the least. But as we roll on into the night tonight, well, it has quickly turned into a rather cold Tuesday night. Temperatures are falling through the 30s and are already down in the upper 20s in Waldorf, Manassas, Martinsburg. With a continued clear sky out there, it is going to be a rather cold overnight. And as you possibly get the kids ready to go to that bus stop tomorrow, just bundle them up nicely, because there you go, folks. We're going to see those temperatures, early morning lows down in the 20s to low 30s, even though we still keep a quiet setup in place. So that is what we are dealing with for sure here in the short term with some of these chilly temperatures. But yeah, it's been a while since we've talked about any sort of possible winter storm in and around the DC Metro and across the DMV. And our attention turns to Saturday, as it does appear very likely that a strong storm system rolls into the area, and there is a possibility for some snowfall, but there is still a lot to be worked out with this storm system. So what's the latest that we know this storm system could possibly bring to us, and what are we going to be watching for as we move ahead over these next couple of days? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, looking forward to that, Damon. Thank you. New tonight, a man in Prince George's County, Maryland, admitting he killed his friend who's been missing for months now. Damian Myers, you can see a picture of him right here, was last seen back in April. Police now say that Parrish Good admits he shot and killed the 20-year-old inside his car, then got rid of his body. But investigators have not been able to find Myers' body, and they say they do not have a motive. Good is charged with first-degree murder.
And Prince George's County Police are investigating 3 separate murders between New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Police say Nelson Bonilla Reyes was shot to death Sunday night in Capitol Heights. Jero Sanders shot and killed Monday morning in Fort Washington. Breon Fowler was killed in another shooting Monday morning in Temple Hills. So far, there have been no arrests in any of these cases. And staying in Prince George's County, City of Bowie has a new police chief, and he's making history. Dwayne Preston was sworn in tonight as the city's first ever black police chief. Our Jan Marisa talks to him one-on-one about his plans to make that city safer.
Something that is humbling for me.
After serving with the Bowie Police Department for more than a decade, Dwayne Preston is making his mark as the first African-American police chief in the city of Bowie's history.
Ability to serve the community, the care that I have for people, and it's just a way to give back, and that's something that continues to drive me to this day.
Bowie has always been known as a community with low crime, but last year those numbers increased. More than 200 cars were stolen, a 56% jump from the year before, and 9 carjackings in 2023 compared to none in 2022.
I don't want to see any crime. So obviously that's something that, is disheartening to see.
So far, the department has already taken action to decrease those numbers.
But what we've done is we've taken some steps to adjust patrols, but we've done things to further protect the city from an investigative standpoint as well as from a proactive standpoint. And we've seen some very positive results with that.
And when it comes to building a relationship with the community, some residents say they want to see them involved more.
I feel like when you have police, especially in this environment, the police that I've interacted with, they're not very community-based.
And Chief Preston says the police force plans to honor that by being involved even more and also meeting with residents once a month.
We want to be more involved in service and community, and I want to make sure that our residents understand that we're a part of this community, and we want to be part of the solution.
His promise to the people of Bowie:
I'm going to serve you as though you're part of my family.
Reporting in Bowie, Maryland, I'm Jan Marisa, DC News Now.
To the district now, and DC reopened applications for emergency rental assistance. The website started taking applications at noon, and then it quickly crashed. The program gives emergency funding to low-income families to help them pay for overdue rents, late fees, as well as legal fees. But the website crashed earlier today, and this is not the first time it's happened. Council member Robert White says the portal immediately went down when the website opened back in October as well. And he talks about what's behind this recent failure.
The reason it is crashing is because people are racing because it's not enough money. So this is just really a devastating impact of underfunding year after year.
The district's Department of Human Services closes the whole process once it reaches 3,500 applications. And then the next time that you can apply is April 1st.
And developing now at 9 o'clock, while the Wizards and Capitals are planning to head across the river, the D.C. Council chairman wants to make sure the Nationals stay in the district with a new ballpark maintenance fund. Our Daniel Hamburg joining us live tonight at Nats Park. And Daniel, the stadium is 15 years old and really in need of some upgrades.
Yeah, Chris, just a few months ago, we told you about the fact that Nats Park is getting a new scoreboard. The district is spending millions of dollars to do that as part of annual capital improvements as part of the Nationals lease. This new bill and new fund could help keep those improvements up. Nationals Park is a vital entertainment hub, not only for Navy Yard, but the rest of the district.
It brings a lot of tourism, a lot of people coming to this area to really see the area grow over the last couple of years. So I think it's very important to keep maintenance and keep this up and running here in D.C.
A new bill introduced by D.C. Council Chairman Phil Mendelson would establish a ballpark maintenance fund, financed through sales taxes collected within the ballpark and rent paid from the lease of the ballpark.
Keeping it affluent, making people want to be comfortable and come here, I think that should be a priority for the city and the administration.
As the district owns Nats Park, Mendelson says they have to keep it in good repair and up to date.
I think we have to stay competitive with some of our other counterparts in other cities in the area, right? And so I think it's a travesty that we could actually lose 2 major franchises to another municipality.
A spokesperson for Mendelson says the bill was not in response to the Wizards and Caps leaving town, and that the chairman and team have been in talks about repairs since the summertime.
I just think it's really important for, us Washingtonians to hold on to our landmarks.
Mendelson says the bill prioritizes paying off existing stadium debt with leftover money going to the new fund. And Mendelson wanted to make it clear that this will have no fiscal impact to the district. It will be self-funded through the stadium itself and the Nationals fans. We're live at Nats Park. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.